Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming. I'd like to welcome all of you to Ceylon Riding Centre at Port City, a dream come true. Now, for so many people today, Sri Lanka is a failing state, a place of falling dreams, shattered lives, and shattered futures. Many people today are living in the shadow of their former lives. Not so long ago, this was a land of dreams. It was a land where dreams came true. Ladies and gentlemen, in the middle of all this chaos, we are standing in the middle of a dream which has come true. When Inika first came to Sri Lanka, she had only her dreams. She now has so much more. She is a successful business development consultant with a doctorate in management and organization. She is also the proprietor of her own stables and her own riding center. She is the owner of a business which employs several people. Here on this island, she has found the meaning of her life and she has fulfilled her dreams. This dream has many dimensions and many diverse strands, and it concerns many people. It is not just about horses. When Inika came to Sri Lanka, she did things she had never done elsewhere and thought she would never do. I also watched as over the years she became a much better rider than she'd ever been abroad. This was a totally different world from England and Hong Kong, the worlds that Inika was used to. She learned to cope with the unexpected, to take the unforeseen for granted, and she became a totally different person. Horse riding in Asia is a social world. It is a way of living. Here you move closely with the people you ride with. You spend time with them and you share their lives. You listen and you learn. People came to ride. When they finished riding, they would stay and watch the sun fall into the paddy fields and the moon rising overhead. As you shared their lives, you would listen and you learned. Through riding on horses, they would meet new people, learn new things, and make new friends. Doors would open, boundaries would dissolve, and things would happen. It is a very special club. In some countries, it's called social networking. In Sri Lanka, it's part of the art of living. Here in Asia, especially in Sri Lanka, people make time. They go out of their way. Of course, these days, they don't go very far because no one has any petrol. In 2011, Inika bought her first horse in Sri Lanka. It promptly reared, turned around, and kicked her when she was falling down, and she came home in a wheelchair. Now, other women go shopping. Inika buys horses. Within a few years, she had bought several ponies and several horses. In 2017, she opened Ceylon Riding Club at the site near Piliandala with her then partner, Swasha Malasekara. Since then, CRC has grown and grown. Now it is ready for the next step and a new stage. This new stage is Colombo Port City. At a time when things are falling apart, this English woman has made a statement with her own money, her will, and her determination. CRC at Port City is the first business in Port City. At a time when the Sri Lankans are running, a foreigner is investing her life and her money in this country. Even if nothing else happens in the next few months, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen, this is a story worth telling and worth highlighting. There is an awful lot of mileage in here for the country, for Port City, for investors, backers, and indeed for all of us. Port City is a new thing. For this country too, it could be part of a new thing, a new chapter and a new beginning. Apart from political and economic circumstances, this also depends on perception. Port City has no story yet. It has not even ascertained its own history, nor created its own style. It has only been a symbol of great power politics and international rivalry. This needs to change if Port City, if we are to go forward. There needs to be a new way of looking at Port City and a new way of presenting it. For more than 1,000 years, Sri Lanka had a port city which was the hub of the Indian Ocean, a center of international trade where India and China met. It drew ships and merchants from east and west and all across the ancient world. 1,500 years later, the wheel of time has changed. It has turned a full circle. History once again has become the future. When Port City is completed, people from all over the world will pass through. Thousands will live here. More will come, and more will want to come and work and play. All over Asia, from Dubai to Australia, horses are big business and big style. They attract big money, high style, and glamour. Equestrianism attracts royalty, aristocrats, sheikhs, billionaires, multimillionaires, celebrities, and corporations. Sri Lanka has never attracted this market. Glamour and style are all about dreams. They seek to make dreams come true. That is the essence of marketing. Horses are very sophisticated marketing, a marketing which exudes glamour and style. CRC offers an extra dimension, a tool, a lever in the creation of perception. It will help people see Port City in a new light, and they will look at it afresh. Now, this dream is not just about horses. It has many dimensions and many diverse strands, and it concerns many, many people. It is about the welfare and future of all equines in Sri Lanka. It entails building up an industry that cares for and protects horses for future generations. This industry will create opportunities and generate employment. The art of horsemanship, of looking after, training, and riding a horse, is a means of instant communication, instant connection. It is a way of reaching out to those who are lost, uncertain, and confused. Children, young people, adults, wounded men, soldiers, those with special needs. In the world where horses are, things make much more sense. They can relate and they can connect. Part of the dream is to showcase Sri Lanka, to showcase Sri Lanka's riding talent, and to give it an international stage, to nurture its potential and provide professional expertise. Only by improving our skills and our riders can we take our talent to the next level. India, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore all have international riding facilities, events, and standards in place. CRC aspires to make Sri Lanka a member of this international club. Look around here. All you can see is sand. In the middle of this sand, this story is also about growing. Here, on this bare land, on this oasis of sand between the ocean and the city, a park will rise from scratch. As we look from land and sea, the biodiversity of the dry zones and beaches of Sri Lanka will take shape all around us. This is also a tale of business, of corporations, travel companies, hotels, and leisure industries, now adrift and almost desperate. It offers an opportunity to catch the eye, to do something different, and be part of something new. It is about keeping your eye on the horizon and stepping forward into it. All stories have their beginnings and their endings. They have their chapters and they move from page to page. As Sri Lankans, we can see that for many people in all walks of life, this is an ending for businessmen, politicians, corporates, professionals, bureaucrats, workers, and students. It is the end of a chapter. In the words of Omar Khayyam's Rubaiyat, the moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on. The past is now behind us. However, the end of a chapter is not always the end of a story. This period is but a chapter in the story of Sri Lanka. There is always room for a new beginning and the writing of a new page. This is the time for new things, new ways of doing things, new ways of working, new ways of thinking. In the 17th century, Spanish playwright, poet, and writer Pedro Calderón de la Barca wrote these words: "What is life? An illusion, a shadow, a fiction, and the greatest good is little enough, for all life is a dream, and only dreams themselves are only dreams." In the last year, we have all seen and felt the meaning of these words. In this last year, our realities have turned to fiction, and shadows have become reality. We have questioned the meaning of our lives and watched as our futures have become illusion. Ceylon Riding Club at Port City, however, is a dream come true. Dreams may be only dreams, but they are real and they do come true. That is why we are all here today.